Welcome back to another video. So this is my Monday session. I had my first day of work today, which was just a teacher day. So no students till Thursday, but still had to get up early and get in that routine. But nothing too crazy. Today I'm gonna do, well, I guess this morning. Before I left, I did my pull-ups and sit-ups, did a max set of 8. And what was interesting is, that's an improvement from the first time just by a rep. But with how sore I am, I was surprised I was able to do that just in general. But I was also pleasantly surprised, and I had this feeling yesterday too, and I had a feeling again today with the pull-ups. I'm having an increased level of muscle control, I guess that'd be the way to describe it. So I don't know why or how to exactly describe what feels different, but essentially on the way down I feel like I'm more the mechanics are better, if that, I guess that's an easier way. Maybe that's what I'm trying to get at. But it feels like I have better technical control of the pull-up. So they felt easier, and maybe it was my grip felt better or whatever with it, but it was really interesting because it was a failure once I got to 8 or once I did the 8th rep. From a muscle standpoint, but it felt like I wasn't figuring out the technique. And not that a pull-up is that hard, but I don't know, I didn't really think I would feel different the more I did it. I just think it would just get easier because I get stronger at it. The sit-ups, first time I did them, I had my feet behind a plate to kind of do it with my feet supported. This time I kind of did it just using my feet off the ground and just moving, and did a set of 20. I'm not really too concerned about the sit-ups, you just do them and they just get easier. I didn't do them weighted. I probably won't do them weighted for a while because I feel like just the body weight is sufficient for those. And only thing I'm kind of dealing with now is my low back is sore, but it's nothing that's too bad. But yeah, I was happy with that, and still chest is super sore, back and lats are super sore from that. Which, like I said, is another surprising reason why pull-ups went well. I mean, even if I would have done 5, I would have been happy with how they were feeling. But once I did a couple, you kind of just get in the rhythm of it. And, I'm doing them super strict, so I'm not going to be probably ever really getting to more than 15 or so. But the way they're feeling now, I should be able to get to a set of 10 pretty quick. And be nice to be able to get to multiple sets of 10 with the body weight before I start trying to add any sort of load. But do power snatch plus snatch. Ooh. Oh. A little bit sore, but that's how it is. So I'm going to do essentially snatch doubles up to 80, clean jerk doubles up to 110, and then some front squats. I'm going to do front squat thrusters, but that would be kind of warming up a little bit. I don't know if I'll want to do those, but let's see how they feel. It's really humid out here. Living in chalk. But 80 should be pretty routine as far as the snatches go. Might honestly put the wrist wraps on. My arms get too sweaty. It's the issue I was having yesterday. The bar was getting wet. That's how much I was sweating down my arm. Oh. I don't know if I mentioned this in the last video, but today I was doing all that bench press stuff. I did some deficit push-ups. So you just have plates so you can dip your chest down further in the middle. And those actually felt really nice as far as the stretch. I was just doing sets of 5. I definitely, push-ups are not too difficult. They're nowhere near as difficult as pull-ups for me. But the sets of 5 were less about doing reps and more about the deep stretch. So that could be another reason why my chest is extra sore today. Still throwing some athletic tape down. I don't know if I will, when I'll do more chest stuff. I was kind of thinking maybe doing some of the decline, or not decline, deficit push-ups, just to do a couple sets, really just to stretch the chest and shoulders. But doesn't matter that I'm sore though, because I'm just training. So I think I'm just going to go 60 to 80. I don't really feel like doing all the sets. It's nice, I think the fact that I can just kind of go right into snatching clean jerking is indicative that I have been doing mobility work. And I've just been like generally active. I think the tall snatches unlock something in me, is that I can just do snatches if I just decide to, like doing full depth, and I'll be sore or whatever, but everything just kind of opens up once you just do a couple reps. Of course, like my chest is like tight on the top, which is interesting, but that's why it's probably not good to do a ton of heavy benching when you're trying to weightlift a lot. You can certainly balance it, but probably don't do what I do and never bench and then make your chest really sore. All right. Like overextend a little bit on the power. Ooh, it felt fine. I just feel sore. The goal really of these sessions, not really anything in particular, but just to work on technique, I suppose. Body weight was down to about 234 this morning, which I haven't been dehydrated or anything, so. And obviously it's a rolling average of body weight. It's not just one-off days, but first goal is to get the morning body weight down to 230, and then get it closer to 225. I'd say at least 227, because that'd be about 10 pounds. Then that would be about where I probably need to sit. Sit between 227 and 230. But be interesting to see, kind of being in a deficit, how well I recover from these sessions. You know, I'm not going crazy heavy, but I'm doing them. And these will kind of progress during the week to where Friday and Thursday will be, I think, snatch balances and stuff. And Friday will be a lighter day. So the theoretical heaviest day is still Saturday. Oh. ugly set. Whew. Power was spreading my feet out too much, and the full one just felt heavy, to be honest. But a lot of that too, I mean, obviously I'm still training every day or whatever, but lack of equipment will feel a little bit different, especially in the bottom of the squat, so I have that little bit of extra depth. Oh wait, I'm doing clean jerks. So we'll do a tactical reset of the camera. With just being this sore, certainly, like, I mean, my wrists are actually doing fine, but obviously that assisted equipment just allows you to feel a bit better. Both the doubles, we'll do 70, 90, and 110. If 110 feels real heavy, we'll just do a single, but $110 really shouldn't be that bad. And it's just going to be clean jerk, clean jerk. I believe that's how I wrote it. Yeah. And like, since I know I wasn't going to go crazy with the weights today, I drank coffee this morning, but didn't have any caffeine to come out here. Not that I really need it for, you know, an 80 kilo double or a 110 double, but adds to the battle a little bit. I think more so than that, it's just the heat that's cooking me. See how these feel. This was yesterday, I just did some pressing, so definitely could have went up on the snatches. I mean, I caught them, the second one, you know, super high still, so just trying to kind of build the volume up. Do reps again, and just work on technique, and I guess limit the equipment that I'm using. Straps kind of being the only thing I've used so far, but I'll do the same thing, just jump to 110. Take the bigger jump. Definitely need to throw a lot of chalk on. I wasn't slipping, but also didn't feel as locked in as I could be. But these all feel like productive sessions, and it's nice to kind of get in some of the accessory work in the morning. Whew. It's so humid. Maybe I'm just fat. I lose 10 pounds of fat, enjoying the bodybuilding, do a bodybuilding show. I look so goofy though with the spray tan. Bodybuilding, but I only can just do back poses for my erectors. Only erector poses and calf poses, and I'll win. My calves are kind of absurdly large. It's kind of hilarious. So, honestly don't know how the clean will feel. At least make this angle feel good. Make sure the jerk is all in the right position. Not the best jerk, but clean didn't feel super easy, but we got a double. Felt a little bit there in my left wrist. Definitely where the wrist straps help. But pretty easy double still. And it's one of those things too, like the wrist straps will probably come back on sooner rather than later. But it's nice to know where you have weaknesses. That's something the pulse will probably help on too, is just the grip work. Strengthen that wrist as well. We're doing the longer rest now, so be back in a few. Alright, we're back and sweatier, stinkier. So these, I am going to start at the bar, but we're going to do the bar 70, 90, maybe 100. The big limiter with me is the front rack mobility. That's why we're going to use the straps to kind of force myself to be as locked into the bar as possible. But I would say like there's not like a big goal with this. It's mostly to warm up for front squats. It's going to feel really uncomfortable with no weight on the bar and straps. But what it does for me though, the straps on the front squat, or I guess on this thruster, is it just forces my hands to be on it. So in some sense it makes it easier, but it's probably also good for me to do some strap front squats when I'm working my chest, just so I don't lose the front. I mean, not that I don't think I'll ever really lose the front rack, but just to stretch and keep as much mobility as I can, and maybe even improve it. That's, I guess, another benefit of the pull-ups. It might be helping to improve my upper body mobility as well. Spending time on the bar. So depending on how this one feels, see if we do 90. Should be able to, like the bar, with just the bar, I can't really get it to my front delts. This one I should be able to. Well. I think we're going to chat up and just go right to 100. Honestly, the squat was the hardest part. Once I had the top, I kind of jimmy it up there. But just a single. If it feels weird or something, then we just won't do it. I don't know what that was, dust or a spider. It's kind of interesting with a movement like this. I do have to drop my elbows a little bit to like actually press at the top, but I can't do that at the bottom. All right. Yep. I did not think I'd be able to do that once I start moving up. I don't know what I'm doing different. That last little like bit at the top, or if I'm cheating it or whatever, but golly, does that feel difficult. Alright, so I don't know why I put that I would go down. Oh, that was thrusters. So I put 3 sets of 5 at 100. I don't know if that's gonna happen. We're not gonna do it with straps though. But I mean that the presser, the push press thruster thing, that felt good as far as the speed. But the biggest thing is to improve the front rack mobility so I can do the front squat easier from a, not even a tame, just like a stretch standpoint. So could do all the sets of straps, but I think the few reps are sufficient, plus the clean jerks I did. So see how these sets of 5 feel. We're just gonna do 3. I went to 2 fingers. I've never done before on a front squat, but we gotta build. I mean, I haven't done reps in front squats in a while, so this gives me information for later. So we'll do 3 by 3 and really try to drive. I really should wear wrist wraps just to act like a sweatband. Yeah, but 3 by 5 at 100. And then a 2 by 3 at 120, but I just don't have the confidence in my front rack, and I'm feeling a little bit in my left lat, which makes sense. I've been doing a lot of pull-ups, but I'm squatting frequently, so I can be conservative on some of these days, especially with front squats. Thing with training is you don't have to win every day. Not that doing triples with front squats is losing, but not accomplishing the weight sets that I had set out. I don't mind going to 2 fingers if it gives my wrist a break and doesn't put it in the hyperflex position at the bottom. I do another I mean, I'm sure the speed on them look fine. I don't really have an issue with the speed of front squats ever, really. It's mostly just maintaining the front rack. Yep. Started with 4, went to 3. I was really focusing on not losing my tension in my left side, which is where I tend to have problems with the front squat and clean. Losing that kind of, my left elbow dropping, so good thing to work on with these. I'm sweating so much. Some water for I did this last set. Dying out here. It's hard lifting light weights. But week to week as I do these sessions, just build, make the technical improvements, and add weight where it makes sense. So many times I get to the mistake of just adding weights to every session, every time I do it. But it's not really necessary. So you just kind of hit a wall sooner rather than later. And especially if I'm working on technique, less is sometimes more. Do one more set. Really keep all 4 fingers on. I haven't really been able to for a while. My chest and shoulders are too big, but I should be able to keep 3 on unless my fingers actually slip. Just an easy triple. So I guess a lighter day as far as volume goes, but I'll probably always be someone that can do more volume in the back squat. Front squat volume is just exponentially more difficult. A little cheeky pause on the last one, but really just the first rep of the first set where I felt my elbow drip down, and then the rest of them felt fine. So it's only 100, so I shouldn't have that issue anyway, but that's really going to be all I'm going to do today. An easy session. These will all be easy sessions this week, but still sweating to death out here. Trying to put the work in, work on things that are important, and just try to feel good every day. And then as I get back into volume and everything, just keep getting better. But yeah, for me at this point, I appreciate it, and appreciate your kind words in the last video, Tony. I know you seem to always like the longer videos. While the weights are light, I'll probably do a lot of them because it's so fun to edit a bunch of 100-kilogram front squats. More fun just to riff for however long the session is. But that's it for this one. Peace.